the Dodgers going to Toronto again. Literally, probably right now on a plane to Toronto. Guys, this is not a drill. After sweeping the Nats, Dodgers hop that flight to Toronto. Let's look at some of the big storylines coming up here in this series against the Blue Jays, because I do think it is going to be a fun one. We're going to have Shohei Ohtani's return to Toronto. And finally, one of the things I'm very much looking forward to is a reunion-ish with Justin Turner, because it feels like, even though it's only been a year, it feels like it's very, very long awaited, as we just come off talking about Kenley Jansen and like, no, I'm done with all of that, and don't go back to the past. JT's that's a different story.
He's looked really good this year. He's actually having.
Did you know he's
39? Did you know he's 39? Did you know apparently his beard is turning gray and no longer red?
But yeah, this is Justin Turner's first time facing the Dodgers since leaving via free agency last winter. That's your probably B storyline. The big storyline is Shohei Ohtani is going to face the Toronto Blue Jays. Right? Huh?
He played them in Boston last year.
Oh yeah, they did do that. Went to visit. Well, and then I ruined the whole thing. Then I ruined everything.
but we still get Justin Turner's new digs
in blue.
Yes.
He was wearing red. Now he's wearing blue. Boom! I saved it. Fucking. That's how you just copium, kids. Just deal with that. But
he's crushed.
Shohei Ohtani returns, quote, to Toronto. You know what? Watching Shohei Ohtani, I'll just say thank God Shohei chose L.A. Like he was pretty much always gonna choose L.A. But I know one of the things folks were kind of spinning around online today was, is Shohei going to get booed? Is he going to kind of get the villain treatment in Toronto, even though he's not the guy who put out any of this stuff? He is not the guy who said he's on a plane. I don't know. I forget who put out any of these things at first, but how do you think the treatment goes?
Couldn't have been me.
How do you think the treatment goes there in Toronto?
He'll get booed. He got booed here in Chicago, and that was.
Well, he wasn't even in play there. He's just that's.
I know. Well, he was for a second, but every time he came to the plate, he got booed. He's going to get booed in Toronto because they did for about 18 hours believe that Shohei Ohtani was a Toronto Blue Jay, and.
I mean, that, it was like for an hour.
And honestly, it'll be playful boos. They'll boo him, but it'll be kind of how the same way that Dodgers fans boo Cody when he takes the field at Dodger Stadium. It'll be the same thing. They'll boo him. They'll laugh. Who cares?
They're Canadian, eh? They're not going to be really that mad.
They'll say sorry after they boo him.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to boo you there, eh? But you're looking real good there in blue, eh? Sorry, I'm gonna get some Canadian people, Canadian hate, and then they're gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't like that you said that there, bud." But
we're offending so many people.
Hey, that used to be if Kevin's still around. We had an episode of our old show. It was called the Offensive Powerhouse because we just enjoyed pissing people off, but it wasn't even like the goal wasn't to piss people off. It was just to have a good time. But side thought on this. If we, like I mentioned, I'm so glad Ohtani chose the Dodgers because I know I've seen even a few comments in some of these streams and definitely tweets and things online about fans would not preferred, but saying like maybe they should have just re-signed JD Martinez. Shohei Ohtani adds insane speed to his equation where JD, and then I kind of thought of this watching, one of the games, one of these national games, I think it was the second game, Shohei scoring from second on a ball where maybe JD would have made it to third on time, just maybe.
He got thrown out going to second. He was standing on it.
Oh man, that was rough for a while last year. But you got Shohei hitting over 400 since hitting his first hitting that first homer at Dodger Stadium. JD Martinez still hasn't even played a game for the Mets. He did start like a minor league rehab because he's somebody who signed late in the offseason, so he was going to go start getting his at-bats in, and then he got hurt, which sounds like prime JD Martinez. Kind of coming back now, probably will be in New York in a week or two at the most, but man, It was very, very nice to know. It's very nice to know that Shohei Ohtani is going to be a Dodger for life, and it's going to be fun to watch this series. I think there's, the Blue Jays aren't as good as people want. They're probably not as good as they should be, but we're going to see some interesting. Yeah, it's fair. Let's see some interesting matchups here with you got Stoner going on game 1 against old man Chris Bassett, who's 35 years old now. I made sure to note that he's 35. It's weird to see Chris Bassett being that old, but he has a 2.9 ERA this season. You got Glasnow and Yusei Kikuchi in game 2, and then the always popular TBD going against Kevin Gausman, who, man, did he ride that year with the Giants into a nice contract and then just kind of fall off a cliff. But what do you like about this the series? Those are my storylines. Does anything really pop out to you? Maybe going and seeing Vlad Jr. and the clock striking midnight for him because he hasn't been good for about 3 years.
Missed a ball thrown right at him. No, I think it'll be fun to see JT and Kike specifically kind of get their kind of hang out together. I know that was kind of a big storyline when Kike got traded back to the Dodgers last year. And this pitching matchup is actually really good. Gausman had a rocky start, but he's only allowed 2 earned runs in his last 2 starts. So he's kind of finding it. I mean, but even when he was with the Giants, the Dodgers kind of still had their way with him. Yeah. Yusei Kikuchi is the one that terrifies me. He's been incredible all year basically, and he throws with his left hand, which we all know just means the Dodgers already have a 3-run deficit. Chris Bassett's looked really good against the Mariners, Yankees, and the Padres, which those are all pretty good lineups for the most part. I think storyline-wise, it'll just be kind of a fun one. Even if the Dodgers end up losing 2 of 3, it won't feel as bad as like losing to the Nationals again. I feel like the Dodgers really needed this
that
series win, and
or
the sweep
minimum,
felt even better.
Bare minimum, the series win for sure.
Yeah, this one, I think this will just, at least the way I'm going into it is, it's just going to be fun baseball. We're going to get to see players that we don't normally see. We're going to get to see Bobby Witt Jr. We're going to get to see Vladdy, even if he's not playing very well. We should get to be able to boo George Springer again, which will always be fun. We do like to boo old Astros. So
Dalton Varsho for fun. Anybody?
No, he didn't do anything wrong. He just played.
He was a Diamondback, and that was his fault.
Okay, I think so was AJ Pollock. I think he had his moments.
That's fair.
So I don't know. For me, I don't. The story. There are better storylines, and I think there will kind of be games. Like I don't really as much care about the outcome of the games as I do care about the storylines. Like how do the Dodgers do against left-handed pitching? And what does Shohei's treatment get? Like, I think this will be like the
Shohei thing by far is going to be. Yeah. And my not so hot take is I think the Shohei treatment is going to be blown up for a while. We're going to have everybody talking about it on Monday about this whole series. By the way, I think you said Bobby Witt Jr. You probably meant Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette, yes. Yeah. Bobby Witt Jr. on the Royals. The other blue team.
The other blue team. Yeah, they all. There's too many blue teams. We did it first. I think. I don't know. Just go. Just go.
Yeah.
Shh. See, his camera's over here, guys. You guys are here. He's over here. Oh, behind the mysteries or something like that. But listen, we if we hear it and I'm an ass, we will correct Bobby Witt Jr. in there. But
appreciate. Yeah,
I got 2 wins in this series. We got TBD. I'm seeing some folks talking about TBD in the chat saying he's going to throw a no. That's already spoiled now. TBD has a hell of a cannon. I saw from one person in there. Glasnow, here's your ace. This is the guy who's kind of been the guy they're riding this season. He's going to be their stopper, going to be their ace, whatever the hell they need of him. Tyler Glasnow has that on him that he needs to deal with whatever the Dodgers need that particular week. And he needs to make sure he wins that middle game because as of now, we don't know who is starting on Sunday. And Gavin Stone hasn't been terrible in his last 2 outings, but couldn't get out of the 4th inning in his most recent outing. So you need a little bit of length. You can't keep burning this bullpen because after this there are 3 against the defending National League champion Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yes, and that won't get said 1,000 times at all.